The summer solstice is the day in which the sun is at its most northern point in the sky, and it's the longest day of the year. And it is the day that marks the beginning of summer, the end of spring. And it's in all cultures. It's been an incredible time of celebration, and it's my intention in the solstice celebration to really create something that's wonderful, that's fun, that's deeply meaningful and impactful. My sense is that I want when people leave the celebration to have felt that it was a lot of fun and that it also had a great deal of meaning for them. I want to work with the idea of developing ceremonies around interrelatedness to life, and that we create times to remember that we are interrelated to all life forms. And the summer solstice has always been a day marking that event.
Along with Alex and my brother and Paula, we're all going to be coming together, bringing what we have and sharing it in the circle. So it's really exciting for me to be working with these various people because we all have our own expression of what we do in group situations. And it's exciting to be coming together and having a collective vision of an event and sharing this event with people. And of course, hoping to engage what everyone else has to bring as well. I mean, we want to bring what we have and help facilitate a dynamic in the group, but it's important that everybody feels that they're instilling something into it, because that really is truly community. It's not people leading something, it's everyone coming together with a common vision, I think. Along the lines of talking about what music does to me, I really think that I have a commitment, and there are other people who have a commitment to bringing forth a positive energy that goes into the world. And I think when we get together in community and we make up our song, we express. It's like the voice of the coyote. I mean, if you hear a coyote howling and it's expressing, I exist and I'm a beautiful thing. When humans can do the same thing, when we can get together and just express who we are in a positive way, I think it's not only healing for ourselves, but it's beneficial to everything around us. I mean, the earth we're on, I mean, the sound we make, the attitude, the intention we have is going in every direction. It's going inside ourselves and it's going into the earth as well. And so I think we have a commitment. I mean, we should be recognizing this commitment that we have an effect on the world around us, and that with ceremony and celebration, we can start bringing a positive energy into the world instead of tearing it apart, which is what we've been doing for a long time. So that's very important. I mean, what we've been talking about is this celebration, where we're talking about this vision of bringing people together. I think a very important part of that is something that is shared in the group, and that is one great thing is sound and rhythm. And the wonderful thing about pulsation and sound in a group setting is that it is something that is shared with everyone. Everyone is relating to the same thing. And so there's a beauty in the, I mean, you could say it's almost a psychic thing in the sense that everybody is focusing on one thing together. And so sound is wonderful because it's beyond ideals, it's beyond opinions or ways of looking at the world. It can be very abstract, but yet it is something that everyone is sharing together, adding their own color to. I mean, that's a way to describe it. And so the excitement I feel is that with a pulsation or a song or a chant or even a free kind of structure where everyone is just creating what they feel coming out of themselves, everyone is bringing their sound into a whole, and that whole is unique to the group. And that's the beauty of it, is that every group there is a different energy, a different song, you could say, that's created. And that's the excitement I have, because I always say I have a romance with music because of the emotion and the love I feel in sound. And when I can share that in a group, when the love I feel is shared and I look across a circle and I see that light in someone else's eyes, that is really important for me, because it's a different way of communicating. I mean, we communicate with words, in other ways, but sound is a very, it's a universal way to communicate. It's beyond appearances. You know, it's beyond our histories. You know, we are sharing something together. I don't know if that's too abstract, but that's kind of what it's about for me.
Community, I think, for me is it's the container that I come back to. It is that which is always consistent, that which is background to all that I do, so that no matter where I am, no matter where I travel, that my community is in sense the container that I come back to. I want to walk down the street and know who the person is who is walking in front of me or beside me. And I want to always take time to touch them and to ask a question about how they are. I think that in our world we are so terribly isolated, and it's an amazing paradox because on the one hand we have instant communication about everything, whether it's in the newspaper or in television. We can know about what is happening across our town in literally minutes after it has happened, and yet I may never know the name of the person who lives next to me. So I think that celebration is about community. It is about extending ourselves into each other's lives and really caring about the other individual, taking time to know
what is good and what is hard for them, and expressing not only our care but our concern for each other, and that we do this in the context of community. So in that way, community is my life. It is those arteries that reach out into the world and inform me about life. Catherine's presence in my life has definitely affected my work. It's affected it in a sense. I think there is this saying that if you have a child, it moves you from the place of being the child to the place of the adult. And I think that what Catherine has done for me in terms of my work, she has in some sense been responsible for a larger maturing on in my own being. So she has in effect kicked me out of the place of being a child. And I stand in the middle of the medicine wheel between the child and the elders as adult. And I think that her presence has definitely affected the deeper qualities of my work. In terms of the solstice celebration and doing these kinds of things, it's wonderful to have children as a part of our celebration, and I'm sure that before having Catherine, the need to have children involved in celebrations was less visible to me. It's very apparent to me now, the need to bring children, to have children a part of these celebrations, and that we think about planning them. We think about the children as well, and not just the adults.
Hello. I had fun today. We made those copper bracelets and necklaces and earrings, and we blowed bubbles, and we had fun. Okay.
Mariah made 4 of the most beautiful copper bracelets. She used all the different colors. We had 5 different colors, and she twined them all together. I think she had fun.
The most fun I had was being with all of you. I liked making the bracelet.
Anybody else want to talk? Come on, Sarah.
The most funnest thing I had was making the bracelets. That was my favorite part. My favorite part was meeting all of you.
Don't you children have one more thing to say? Okay, really loud. 1, 2, 3.
The spirit, it's like a mountain, old and strong, it goes on and on. Can't feel the spirit, it's like It's like a mountain. Old and strong. It goes on and on. Can't kill the spirit. It's like a mountain. Old and strong. It goes on and on. Can't kill the spirit. It's like a mountain. Old and strong. It goes on and on. Can't kill the spirit.
Well, music has been a part of my life since I was a little boy. It's always been an important part. I think ever increasingly important as I've gotten older, and in many different ways. It certainly has always moved me. Music has always moved me. The exploration of rhythm has been something that in the last years has been really exciting because it's something that's underlying everything. That the planet itself has a rhythm. You know, the rhythm of the seasons as we celebrate a solstice is all part of that world rhythm. And to try to tie into the fact that, well, maybe when we sit down and we're drumming or we're sharing something musically together, maybe that's connected in some way to the bigger picture of the whole planet. I think that it is, and I think that that it's an exciting way of pushing yourself and putting yourself into a position where you can really explore all sorts of different ways of looking at the world. You know, music is kind of a window, I think. It's an open window to looking at reality in a different way. To living, when we live, we certainly don't live, you know, life is not a musical. You know, you don't just break out in song in the middle of the day, but there's no reason why you can't. And when you do, when you choose to live life like a musical and explore and share through all of those different ways that are so fun and exciting like that, like music and like drumming and stuff, it just opens up so many possibilities of I think, really looking at the world through different eyes. And I've always been excited about music, and to be coming together in a group situation with drumming, you know, that ties right back into the community thing. We've talked about that. The music, the drumming lends itself to communication, to sharing with other people. It's a wonderful thing to do alone, and it's very can be wonderful in a solitary situation, but in a community situation, it is really dynamic and exciting.